everyone, and welcome back to the Wild Wild West.
Point and click adventure.
Point and click adventure. Yes, I'm Mott's.
I'm Mantis.
I don't remember what we were doing.
So
something crimes.
you waited too long and the game decided to unload itself.
This is Rosewater, by the way. It's just mad that I didn't say what its name was.
Yeah.
It doesn't understand my format is to never tell you what the name of this game is.
Anyway, so we have... you're going to have to start moving, otherwise the game's going to freak out again.
Oh, no.
We have to go and talk to this man who is doing a Wild West show. He is currently in this saloon's upper floors.
Fuck.
We have two options with which to go talk to him. We can either A, presumably use the dumbwaiter to break into the upper floor, or we can help Jem and his brother definitely not steal from a woman that is living in the blacksmith.
Uh-huh.
Of which we need, like, I think a rock that's next to Jem.
Uh-huh.
What would you like to do?
I don't fucking
What
know.
crime would you like to commit? Because you are committing a crime either way.
Crimes. Can I just say that, like, no hate whatsoever. She moves like a robot. Like, no hate at all. Just,
She's very, very stringent in her movement.
she's very stringent, very stiff. Very stiff. Again, she's very well rendered though. Again, like
It's that callus, you know?
yeah, and that callus is you know, it's hard to walk without, like, you know, kind of walking a little awkwardly, you know?
Yeah.
It's not her fault.
Why don't you start walking towards Jem, because we'll need the rock.
Yeah,
And we haven't locked in a decision, so...
we have not. Hey, Jem, you little weirdo.
Okay, we got a rock.
Got rock.
So, what path do you want to take there, Mott's?
I don't know. Let's, let's break this.
Okay, so we're gonna go Jem's path, then.
I don't know how well this is gonna go, and if it goes poorly, maybe I can back out of it, but, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
If I use my bare hands, the only thing I'll get is a broken wrist. But if I use something heavy...
Okay.
Okay, so we need to open our inventory. Grab the rock.
My apologies. Take this and break
I
the lock.
could easily smash this
Let me
rotten bit of wood
twirl.
and get the lock off, but I'd better wait until the coast is clear.
How?
I could easily smash this rotten bit of wood and get...
There was a person on screen. I think that was the thing.
That did it. Tile's no good anymore, though.
Non-suspicious at all.
Yeah, not suspicious whatsoever.
So we're looking for a watch.
The Smithy's cold furnace. That could be a good spot to stash something.
So obviously you have to hit search.
Yeah.
Maybe the kid's watch is in there.
Interesting.
Are these lucky horseshoes? If so, they didn't work. Are these
I'm just looking around at the
The
moment.
mirror's broken.
Yeah.
Wonder who caught the bad luck.
What is up with all this bad luck, man?
Scrap metal. Must not be valuable or it'd be salvaged by now. Decorative? Or a functional hiding place?
You know, we'll work from one end to the other then.
No watch, just old ash. Emptier than that fool Jem's head. Absolutely nothing. Did the blacksmith dabble as a Wainwright? Nothing here.
I wonder if it'll be a sort of thing where there's literally nothing here.
Seems the obvious place to keep valuables.
Maybe.
Well now, what have we here? Got what I came for. Best not to stick around.
Bum, bum,
What in
bum.
the ether is going on here?
Oh, I'm sorry, lady.
Well,
Yeah, you're probably Lola.
You must be Lola Johnson.
That's right, Lola Johnson, who lives here.
it's actually rather cozy.
It's a cozy
I thought it
bot
had
you
a
got.
certain domestic charm. Nice setup you have in here.
I don't know what you're playing at, but my patience is wearing thin.
I don't
I'll be
blame you.
going.
You do that.
I wish I could have asked her, like, you know, hey, did you steal this? Shit.
Yeah.
Get, like, her perspective on it. That's probably gonna bite me in the ass later.
Yeah, it probably would if we had, like, the full game. This is obviously a demo.
Yeah. Obviously, if we play this again, we might try the dumbwaiter.
Yeah.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
Oh, I think we just need
Oh.
to hand him the...
Wait.
Yeah.
I will say, it is a bit clunky that you have to go into your inventory
Yeah.
for everything.
Here's
Yeah.
your watch back.
No fooling. You actually got it?
By a whisker. Lola turned up just as I was leaving.
Did you see you take it?
Don't think so. Anyways, that's my part of the bargain held up. You gonna let me in now?
Sure, go on. Oh, and thanks. I know we've had our tiffs, but I really do appreciate you getting this for me. My dear departed Pa can rest easy again knowing his watch is back where it belongs.
I still
That's
don't know
not
if
your
I...
watch at all,
Yeah.
is it?
Well, it is now.
Kid,
You
if I were
bitch.
you, I'd make myself scarce. Otherwise, the only way you'll be able to tell the time on that thing is by squatting over a mirror. You get me?
Yes, ma'am.
And the show's not for another... Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, are you ready for some thrills? Are you ready for some excitement? Are you ready for some fun?
Applaud.
I love the option to heckle.
Now present the star of our show, the last man standing at the Bleachbone Gulch Showdown. The only man to defeat bastard Billy Boakes in a duel. The man
loving the
who discovered
alliteration.
it to
Yeah.
mine, then gifted it to an orphanage.
Why would you
Gentlemen,
gift a
take
mine to an
back
orphanage?
your-
For the orphans' enjoyment, I guess.
I hope it's just, you know, the money goes to the orphanage and not the, you know, the orphans have to work there. Oh my gosh. Oh. Little sparkle. It's the little sparkle.
Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentleman Jake's Wild West. We got a heck of a performance for you today, but first, allow me to introduce my brave and loyal assistant, Danny Lowe. Now let's get this show on the road.
I gotta appreciate the
That, ladies
pixel
and gentlemen,
artists
is
for
how you
all
rope
this
the
shit.
steer.
Yeah.
Keep it going, Danny. Maybe you'll lasso yourself one someday.
Cheer.
Wait!
Be nice.
The sun beat down upon them as the duelists stood and stared. But Billy Boakes had never fought somebody so prepared. Jake drew his gun
Poetry.
and bang! The bastard crashed down with a thud.
And he shot an unarmed
Legendary
man.
foe lay dead, defeated.
They were in a
In
duel,
the
but
mud.
Billy wasn't aware yet.
Billy wasn't aware. Full applaud.
And now for a most challenging proposition, perhaps
What
the
you got
greatest
there?
feat of marksmanship to which a man can set his sights.
Oh,
See
yeah.
those 5
Yeah.
juggling balls that Charlie keeps whirling aloft in such a dizzying display? Ladies and gentlemen, affix your eyes on that green ball in particular, and do not dare blink. For with but a single bullet, I will pluck it from the very air.
And then he shoots his assistant by accident. Nice. Good work. Okay, that's worth a cheer.
Amazing!
That's worth a cheer.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. Thank you all so much. You've been a truly magnanimous, magnificent, and majestic audience.
And you can take home a piece of the legend. Come on down to the Jack of Diamonds to get an autograph or a souvenir ferrotype. We'll be there until last call. Stop by and shake hands with Gentleman Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Okay, I know I literally was being mean before. I wasn't trying to be mean, you know, but like some with something. I do really appreciate how much work went into like the pixel art animations and shit, because that ain't easy.
Yeah.
Especially for very anatomically correct characters. And good job,
I'm telling
guys.
you, Jake, I need that money tonight.
You know the deal going in, Charlie. There's nothing I can do about it.
We'll see about that.
Hope I'm not interrupting, gentlemen.
My friend here was just saying his farewells. Weren't you, Charlie?
He was in the show, wasn't he?
Please do pardon
I
that
have been.
unpleasant display. What can I do for you, my dear?
Name's Harley Leger. I'd like to interview you for the Rosewater Post.
Well, shucks, it would be my pleasure, Miss Leger. Shall we go upstairs to my room? Beats standing out here in the dust.
Lead on.
Miss Leger, permit me to introduce my associate, Danny Luo.
We've met, actually. Not formally, I suppose. Nice to properly make your acquaintance, Miss Leger.
Likewise, Mr. Luo.
Please, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
So what did you think of the show? Pretty spectacular, huh?
So, what did you think of the show?
I mean, it was pretty fun. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I do think a good lot of it's probably smoke and mirrors. Like, I'm pretty sure, like,
Every Wild West
Yeah.
show is like 90% made up nonsense.
yeah. Like, again, I don't believe for a second that he actually, like, killed a guy or, you know, donated a mine to an orphanage or any of that shit. And I'm pretty sure, like, the juggling trick is likely that those, that the juggler probably had, like, a pin or something, or a blade
Yeah.
that could have cut it. And I'm, like, it would make sense that the gun's likely filled with blanks if you're shooting indoors, you know?
Yes.
Especially since, like, there was, like, a mock duel,
Yeah.
you know? But generally, it was fun. It's
Yeah.
just for entertainment. Like, I don't see any issue with that. Should I go middle of the road or that it was amazing?
Up to you.
Yes, that's definitely the word for it.
Oh my gosh,
Glad you
that's
think
so
Shall
mean!
we proceed with the interview?
Right.
I thought it was fine!
Harley
Okay.
is very.
Harley, what the... I guess if you went, like, the last option, Harley would be like, what the fuck are you selling this shit? Emily, you're a charlatan is what you are. Okay. What's your real
So who
story?
is the real Gentleman Jake?
Mercy me. That's a hell of a question. Now,
Let's
I ain't
start
much
that
for
right out the gate.
philosophizing, Miss Leger, so I'll just say this. In my case, what you see is what you get.
I see. Well, okay then.
Don't
That's
look any
at least-
deeper.
At least 75% phony. Like that horse I came in on.
Yes. I like that it was a mechanical horse.
Yes.
That's pretty cool from, like, you know, because Lamplight City had definitely a different era of, like steampunk-esque technology. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're afraid that it's going to go...
Yeah, it's gotta do that again. I just know it.
How did you come to
here?
pick Rosewater as your latest venue?
Simple. Plenty of folk in this town are looking for a good show. I ain't so
Lots of bored
hoity-toity
people.
as to think El Presidio or Los Virgenes are the only places worth visiting. After spending all day bent double over a pan in a creek or working his keister off down in a mine, a man is entitled to some amusement, wouldn't you say?
Sorry, I was drinking tea while you were talking, and then choked. What's your greatest accomplishment? And if you say shooting a man...
You're clearly a man of great deeds. Which would you say has been your greatest?
I value all my accomplishments equally, Miss Leger. To
They're
single
all
any
equally
one out would
false.
diminish the others. I couldn't bring myself to do that.
Are you
What
gonna
a noble
answer
sentiment.
any questions?
No, not a single one.
Like, are you gonna have an opinion on anything, sir? Is there anything that
Is there
scares
anything
you?
that frightens the mighty gentleman Jake?
You know, somebody once told me, fear is only as deep as the mind allows. When you deal with the type of folks out on the frontier that I do, marauders, bandits, desperados, your fears have got to be shallow. Otherwise, you won't last 2 seconds.
Hey, Jake, don't you have an appointment with Miss Sally this evening?
Damn, you're right. Sorry
Shit.
to cut things short, Miss Leger. I've got another engagement I need to prepare for.
I should have plenty for my article. I
That's good to
appreciate your
know.
time.
Yeah, we didn't
Well, I
get
look
a chance
forward
to ask
reading
all
your
the
story in the next
questions.
edition.
So we didn't get Danny's
Danny,
side of
see
things.
the lady out,
Yeah.
would you?
Oh, dear.
Hi.
People.
Good meeting you, Danny. Guess I'll see you around. Not to worry, gents. Jake's all yours. Hey, you were in the show. Nice juggling.
Kind of worried they
Thank
might be
you,
here to murder Jake.
They might be.
Jake, get your ass out here right now, you four-flusher.
Now, what's all the ruckus?
Don't play the fool with me, Ackerman. You know damn well why I'm here. You might think you can give me the runaround, but I wonder if my friends here won't convince you to pay up.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Didn't anybody ever tell you only cowards get others to solve their problems for them?
You slum-guzzling bastard. I'm gonna fix that wobbling jaw of yours.
Come on up here, then.
Oh, we gonna get into a saloon
You
fight?
won't reconsider, Charlie?
Shut the hell up and get out of my way. McGuire, take care of the kid.
I mean... McGuire's like, I'll stand next to the kid. Look at him go. Oh, no.
I suggest you clear out while you can, little lady. This could get ugly.
From where I'm standing, it's pretty damn ugly already. Hey!
So that's how you want it, huh? Fine. I'll let the boss deal with you.
Harley,
when
you
he's done.
have to surprise attack them.
Like, punch? Punch?
That didn't work.
We can do this all day.
So we'll
Okay.
probably need to do something else then.
Can I talk to him?
You're in my way, you lummox.
And that's where I'm staying.
Okay.
So maybe we can use the dumbwaiter now, some fashion.
Food delivery for the lazy.
Oh, wait,
What?
what?
Okay. Hang on.
Knock his block
Take
up.
that.
Hey,
Wait.
don't start any trouble, lady.
Okay, I got an idea.
Success.
Oopsie daisy.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we take this and we kill that man. Come on, Dan.
Hey, nice one.
Not the most
No problem.
honorable way of winning a fight, but these boys were hardly playing fair.
Hey, Charlie. Looks like your guys weren't as tough as you hoped.
What? And then he gets, get fucked, Charlie!
Ooh-wee. That got the old blood pumping.
You've got some interesting associates, Mr. Ackerman. If you'll excuse me, I have an article to write.
Hang on just a minute. I'd be a fool to just let you walk away after that performance. Come on back up here. I've got a business proposition that may interest you.
What about Miss Sally?
Oh, she can wait. All right, Miss Leger, I won't beat around the bush. Danny and I are looking to get some folks together for a job. And I think you'd make a damn fine addition to the team.
What sort of job?
Ever hear of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Ah,
Do we know who?
doesn't sound familiar.
I can't say I have.
No,
Give me
I don't
some
think I have.
exposition.
He was the lead scientist researching that ethericity
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe
stuff.
he's from the
Band,
first
that
game.
is. Dr. Clark
might have also
Right,
been
in the
referenced.
notes,
after
in
the
the
Yeah.
news
disaster
article.
back in Lamplight City. He kept up his research, even did some
He's here.
demonstrations at the Opera House.
Interesting.
Till one day, he just up and vanished.
Into the
Nobody
ether,
seen
one
hide
might
nor
say.
hair of him in nearly a year.
A year, you say?
Interesting.
What
So
happened?
Is he dead or what?
That's the thing.
Is he dead?
Nobody knows. But the real question is what he left behind. We're going in search of Dr. Clark's fortune.
Come again?
The feller was loaded. Somehow he managed to talk a bunch of big money investors from back east into financing his research. All those gizmos and doodads don't come cheap, you know? We find his stash, we'll all be rolling in it for years to come.
Assuming he didn't
Stash?
spend
What's
it all.
Yeah.
Surely it's all just numbers on a ledger somewhere.
Nope, I'm telling you, he kept his assets in cold, hard cash.
So you're looking to rob a man blind just because nobody knows where he is?
Now, nothing so uncouth as that. Picture this.
More like a treasure hunt.
Swashbuckling
Yeah.
pirate captain, his vessel freighted with treasure. The vast fleets of law and order circling him, closing in. He digs a hole in the sands of some sun-kissed tropical beach to conceal his ill-gotten loot and makes himself scarce. Circumstance conspires to deprive him of the opportunity to return. Now, he's the brave treasure hunter who seeks and unearths the bounty guilty of robbery? Or is he just returning to the world what would otherwise lie forgotten and worthless? See, we're not after Clark's personal wealth. The money in question was meant to bankroll his etheric research. Since that's been outlawed, he can't touch it. And it's a drop in the ocean for the investors. They'll never miss it.
How many folks are you planning on bringing into this?
That depends on what we find. But I promise you, we'll all get a fair split, enough to make it all worthwhile.
What's your plan?
Clark had a lab nearby, a couple miles outside of town. Last place anybody saw him. We poke around there, retrace his steps, and it should lead us straight to the loot.
Uh-huh.
Now, call me crazy, but I get the impression you're not entirely convinced.
Definitely not. Oh no, I'm completely convinced.
I'm gonna say this, Harley. This sounds like a really interesting game he's proposed.
It does sound like it would be a really interesting game there, Mr.
I-
Ackerman.
I understand Harley the character and the person's like hesitation, but me as like I'm playing a game like that sounds cool. Can we go do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally feeling that first one.
I'm feeling that first one. What if it's a wild goose chase?
Truth be told, I'm not. How can you be sure Clark isn't just holed up in some cave with his cash?
It'd be really funny
or
how
that someone didn't
scientists
off
in a
him
cave
so they
somewhere.
could claim it for
Yeah.
themselves. We follow Clark, and whatever vanished him could end up vanishing us, too.
I
makes a
admit
good
we're
point.
asking you to put a lot of faith in us. Hell, I'd probably be just as incredulous were I in your position.
Mr. Ackerman's a good man, Miss Leger. He's never led me astray in all the time I've known him.
I appreciate it, Danny, but I think Miss Leger's gonna need a little more than just your word. Look, I've known quite a few moneyed folk in my time. They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
Love to spend their riches. They don't give a crap about people like us. Nope, I'm sure you'll tell me.
They don't give a crap about people like us?
They couldn't give a rat's ass about folks like you and me.
I admit I cannot emphatically contradict you there.
So what do they have in common?
They're good at keeping their money safe. Clark's cash is out there. I just know it. As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size. It's plain to see you can take care of yourself.
All rough and
pretty
tumble.
good with my pistols, and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. But we could use somebody who's good in a fight.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough.
What
and
the
you'll have enough
cowboy
material to write a
can't-
whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
It'll make a good story, exactly.
Okay, think about how much, like, our editor is gonna be like,
Yeah.
go. You are
Go,
going.
go, you're going.
You are going.
Get your ass down there, Harley. What was her name? It began with a J, right? It was like Janie?
Joni.
Joni! It was Joni. Joni's just like, Harley, listen, you are not blowing this for us.
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in. At the very least, this venture should make for an interesting tale.
I'm
Exactly.
pleased to hear you say that.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab
Funny
at
if we
daybreak.
don't go
And
back
please,
to Joni,
me
and
Jay.
she's just like, I told you to interview him. Where did you go?
Big interview.
Very big interview. That does look like an Aether lab.
Yeah, and
And that's the
we're-
demo. All right. Join the posse.
So, based on that, then I wouldn't be surprised if pressing that button wouldn't actually get us upstairs.
Yeah, I wonder if
I'd
that's just-
actually have had to do
Yeah.
a gem wand.
Yeah.
Again, that is also the demo. It could be that.
Yeah, there
like,
might be other
There would be
things.
other routes in the official release.
I mean, like, I think this is a good start, and I hope, like, I hope to see more from the team. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, making a game can be difficult, and I really liked Lamplight City, and, you know, I think this is very promising.
Yeah.
And I like the direction looks like we're going in. Like, I was kind of like, okay, so maybe we're gonna get to know this town, there'll be some, like, mysteries or something. But it looks like we're going on a bit of an adventure, which, I mean, like, that's a very Wild West adventure. That sounds cool. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I like that. Anyway, this looks great.
Yeah.
If you guys want to play it and support, like, you know, the team, the demo is out. And if you liked this, check out Lamplight City. It's a you know, in a similar kind of style, less detailed, if memory serves, I think.
A little less
A little less detailed. But it's a point-and-click mystery adventure where you play a detective and his partner who's a ghost. I won't go into details on what happens there, but, like, it's very interesting, and this world is very interesting.
Yeah.
And you get to explore that and whatnot. Definitely check it out if that's kind of, like, something that sounds appealing to you.
Definitely. Well, I mean, that's gonna do it for us, you know, today.
That's
you know,
a wrap.
Gonna be a little shorter, but, you know, well, we're
That
out
was
of
a
game.
demo. We're out of game.
So we'll see you next time.
Later.